If you're visiting Colonial Williamsburg and you're wanting to get the most out of each time here, rather than order just a single or multi-day ticket, you can go with an annual pass, and that's what Sarah and I did. And we are actually at the Williamsburg Visitor Center, and we're gonna pick up our annual season's pass for an entire year of exploring and discovering Colonial Williamsburg. So we're headed into the Visitor Center right now, and we're gonna take you guys along with us so you can see what that looks like and give you the few ins and outs on some of the perks and benefits of being an annual season's pass holder. So we're headed in right now. It does smell floral. And this is the entrance to the Visitor Center, and you've got a series of flags here. And it's quite an impressive visitor center. Immediately I can hear the fife and drums.
What's that?
I don't know. Oh, it must be, that's downtown CW.
That's really cool.
Look at the Duke of Gloucester Street right there. Bruton Parish. It's the Wythe House. And the Governor's Mansion.
What is that?
Looks like some kind of pewter. And here's the Capitol of Colonial Williamsburg. And this will be Merchant Square right there. Here's the Wren Building. And over here, it looks like they actually have a Colonial Williamsburg Visitor Center cafe, and it's not open currently. Probably would be a really cool place to check out. And this would be the area where you'll come in to order your tickets, your single day or multi-day pass, or an annual pass like we did. You just come over here to the ticket booth, and they'll wave the British flag there to signal that that line's open. Then you just walk up to the attendant and order the ticket you're interested in getting for exploring Colonial Williamsburg. And the reminder that you can be part of the story. Just come by the Visitor Center, pick up your single or multi-day pass, or like Sarah and I decided to go with the annual season's pass. It's good for a year. We're really excited. And that's the annual pass that we got. So we paid $74.99. If you wanted to buy a single day art museum, it's $14.99. Oh, that's a 7-day ticket to the whole triangle.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
So here's a list of programs, events that are going on through the summer season. On the opposite side is a map of our historic area. So everything's about a mile long, half a mile wide. Most buildings are open 9 to 5. Art museums are 10 to 6. Abbey Aldrich Rockefeller Folk Art Museum and the DeWitt Wallace Decorative Arts Museum are both here within that art museum complex.
What about Bassett Hall? Is that?
It's not currently open at this time.
Okay.
We don't know when that they will reopen Bassett Hall back up.
Gotcha. Is there anything else that isn't currently open?
The only other one that building-wise isn't open are going to be the Getty and the Shoemaker and the Randolph House. And then I think the Everard House is not currently open, and neither is Weatherburn's Tavern.
When they do open, that's included in our
Yes,
annual pass?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, the only things that are not included are paid programs or evening programs. Those are extra
Okay.
no matter what.
But like a carriage ride, that would be additional as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
3. Now, since you do have these passes, they're considered at least an annual pass level, which means that you can get discounts on some programming, or some evening programming, and sometimes during the day, depending upon what the program is. In order to get that, though, you either have to come in person or call over the phone 1-800-HISTORY, because our website and app don't carry that information with us.
Okay.
So you're saying if there's an event that could potentially hold a discount, just call before.
They can look up that you have passes and help you out from there.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We're in. And just like that, 2 annual seasons passes for Colonial Williamsburg, good until next year. So an entire year of exploring a lot of the places that you don't have access to if you just, are there just walking around visiting without a ticket or a pass. There's yours. Let's suit up. All right, so we're good to go. It's time to go exploring Colonial Williamsburg 2021. And one of the things they gave us upon purchasing our annual passes was this map, which she apologized that typically is in color, but due to some of the constraints of the budget, I would imagine with the foundation, they're just doing the black and white ink, which is fine with us. We've got a park map here with our legend keys up here to give us the little guides on where to go to find colonial pockets of discoveries. And we'll just do a quick spin through the visitor center here. Won't go too extensive, but give you an idea of what this impressive visitor center looks like. You can see all the people you can meet, probably character actors that you'll run into here and there as you start exploring the areas around the Duke of Gloucester. A lot of interpreters found all throughout the area. And something we're big on too, I don't know if you've seen our vlog on Chowning's Tavern, but some 18th century dining is a must when in Williamsburg. And we do hope to do that while we're here. Would love to visit the King's Arms Tavern, but pretty hard to get in there without a reservation way ahead of time. So yeah, typically before COVID, they would play the story of a patriot. But you can also find this on YouTube, and it's a really well done movie. Very interesting. You'll see a lot of the places that you'll actually visit on any trip to Colonial Williamsburg. You'll see it showcased in the movie. And over here's a little seating area to get you primed, to let you know what to expect before you enter into the old Colonial Capitol. Now these carriage rides are not a part of the annual pass. You do get a discount, I believe, but it is an additional cost to ride a carriage. After being a frequent visitor to Colonial Williamsburg for over 11 years, we figure it's time to take a carriage ride. And right here looks like the old magazine. And that is says a late 19th century image. Here's another old one. Actually, it looks like part of the wall is missing there. And here is this is what was left after the Capitol was destroyed by fire, and I guess the foundation was all that was left. And here's the Peyton Randolph house as it looks today, or in modern day. Then here it is from the past, before its restoration. So just a lot of cool historical artifacts and imagery here, just alone at the visitor center to explore and discover. Just got a lot of history to explore, and a lot of things that you can get lost in learning about and educating yourself on the history of America, the roots of how everything came to be. And there is the man mostly responsible for the restoration of Colonial Williamsburg, and that's going to be John D. Rockefeller, a huge component to everything that happened and the financial backing behind the restoration, working alongside of Dr. W.A.R. Goodwin. And you can also do a fun side event here and shoot an actual flintlock musket course, a separate ticket is required, but that would be a really cool thing to say you've done here. Or you can go on a haunted ghost tour, which Sarah and I are strongly considering doing this evening. Little haunted tour, nighttime in CW. Or you can give the gift of history, sharing the magic of this special place with those special to you. And of course, the season's passes do come with the art museum membership admission, so that's included in your season's pass. All right, so we've got our Williamsburg lanyards around our necks, and we're ready to go do a little exploration in downtown CW for a fun-filled midsummer day in downtown Colonial Williamsburg. So we're headed that way. We're headed out the door of the visitor center right now. There's a very small parking area right directly in front of the bus stop in the front of the building down the way, but if that is overflowed, which it more than likely will be if you come visit, there's a huge parking area on the back side, and that's where you can park and then trek into the actual visitor center that you just saw. So huge parking overflow area, and you can actually leave your vehicle here and then aboard the public transportation and drive into downtown Colonial Williamsburg without driving there and paying for parking. So you just leave your vehicle here in the parking area, jump on board the bus, and head over. But for us, we're gonna jump inside the Quest van and head into CW on our own. All right, so we're inside the van and we're gonna head over to Duke of Gloucester and enjoy the day. Probably try to find something to eat, some lunch, maybe cheese shop or one of the other places that you can eat in downtown CW, but we're headed that way. I wanted to give you guys a glimpse of the visitor center, the little rundown on ticketing prices, annual passes, and just give you some quick insight and visuals on the inside of the actual visitor center, which is a really impressive place alone, aside from everything that you'll experience on a trip to Williamsburg. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys like this video, and be sure to watch our other videos coming from Colonial Williamsburg, as we'll be showing you the ins and outs of a lot of different places, and hope you guys enjoy seeing all that. So we'll see you guys on the next one. It's time to put this quest in its capsule and seal it away. We'll see you on the next one.